In a small town in England, a young boy named Ethan lived with his family. Ethan was an ordinary 12-year-old, full of dreams and curiosity, but he often struggled to see the value of small actions in shaping the future. Like many kids his age, he preferred quick rewards over long-term goals. One chilly autumn evening, Ethan's grandfather, Mr. Harrison, came to visit. Mr. Harrison was known in the family for his wisdom and his knack for storytelling. Seeing Ethan engrossed in a video game, Mr. Harrison sat down beside him. "Ethan," he began, "have I ever told you the story of the starfish and the tide?" Ethan shook his head, pausing his game. "What's that about, Grandpa?" he asked. His interest piqued. Mr. Harrison smiled. Once there was a boy walking along a beach covered in thousands of stranded starfish. The tide had gone out, and the starfish were left drying in the sun. The boy began picking them up one by one and throwing them back into the ocean. A man watching from a distance walked up and said, "Why are you doing this? There are too many starfish. You can't possibly make a difference." The boy picked up another starfish, tossed it into the water, and replied, "It made a difference to that one." Ethan thought about the story. "But that's just one starfish, Grandpa. What about all the others?" Mr. Harrison leaned forward. "That's the point, Ethan. Every small action we take has an impact, even if we don't see it immediately. Small choices can lead to big changes over time." The conversation stayed with Ethan, and over the next few weeks, he started noticing opportunities to make small, meaningful choices. One day at school, Ethan's teacher announced a project to clean up the local park. Most of his classmates groaned, complaining it was too much work. But Ethan remembered the story of the starfish. He decided to volunteer. When the day of the cleanup arrived, Ethan showed up with gloves, bags, and a determined spirit. To his surprise, a few of his friends joined him, inspired by his enthusiasm. Together, they picked up litter, planted flowers, and painted benches. By the end of the day, the park looked brighter and more inviting. People walking by smiled and thanked them, and Ethan felt a deep sense of pride. Weeks later, Ethan noticed something amazing. The once empty park was now full of life. Families had picnics, children played on the grass, and elderly couples strolled along the clean pathways. Ethan's small decision to volunteer had sparked a chain reaction, encouraging others to care for the park and make it a better place for everyone. Ethan's grandfather beamed with pride when he heard the story. "You see, Ethan," he said, "it's not about fixing everything at once. It's about doing what you can, where you can. Those small choices add up, and before you know it, you've made a big difference." The lesson stayed with Ethan as he grew older, whether it was helping a friend, studying hard for a test, or standing up for someone in need. He understood that small actions matter. They not only shape the world around us, but also build the character within us. Moral of the story: even the smallest actions can create a ripple effect, inspiring change and making the world a better place. What you do today, no matter how small, can have a big impact on tomorrow.
If you enjoyed this heartwarming story and found its message inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Clue and Story.